Hi, I just wanted to show a quick video of my craft area, and this is my first video for Red Cardinal Crafts. My shelving units are from IKEA. They're the Expedit series, and this is the medium one, and there's a desk that you can get that will attach to them, and then I have the large one. So I bought them actually in the as-is section of the store. They have a department where they're just getting rid of damaged products or things they're just getting rid of for whatever reason. So I managed to get those half price. So it worked out well. And I think the cubby size in those is like 13 by 13, so it fits the 12 by 12 scrapbooks nicely. So I have my scrapbooks there along with just regular books. And then up here I keep my Cricut and my daughter's Cricut, and I have the jukebox, which I don't use every day, but it's just nice to have if you're doing a project and you have more than one cartridge that you're using at the time. You can just push the button. And this little stand I got, I don't know, a store was getting rid of some things, and I think it's for plants, I don't know. Anyway, I just keep my inks and my stickles in there. The scissor spinner thing I got from Costco, I think a while back. And I have the little pencil caddy I got at Home Goods for my scissors and pens and stuff. I do knitting, crochet, scrapbooking, I illustrate, so I just keep all my supplies up on here. Up top is just my toy collection from when I was a kid, so I thought it'd be fun to just display things up there. So I have my yarns, and then my beads and wire, tools like the silent setter and stuff that I don't use as often, but they're still there. I've got a DVD player and my TV with my old, it has a VHS. So it's just nice, I can watch movies while I work. And up here I have my embroidery and tatting things. Tatting I'm still trying to figure out. And I have my project books. The little jars are from IKEA. You can get 4 of those for $3 or something. And then I have cards and tags, my embossing tool, my label maker, just some more sketchbooks and journals back in there. And this is a journal that I got at Target one time, and it was just blank. And then what I do is I cut up scrapbook magazines, and I pick out my favorite designs and stuff, and I just use it as inspiration for when I'm working. So I just have them all in there. Down here, I have my tacky glue and my rulers, and these things come from Target. And so I just have the things from my Cricut, like the cables and the extra blades and stuff. My art markers, tools, my scrapbook markers. My guinea pigs are in the cage behind me, freaking out. This is a little mat that I have that if I'm gluing or doing anything messy, I work right on that. A little handmade by stamp that I keep there. Something else I have back in here are these little buckets that you actually get cold meat, like deli meat in, and they're Hillshire Farms. Go meat. And so I just keep those there. They're good for if you're doing like any kind of glitter or anything, and I won't make a mess. And you can just shake it in there. And then I have my adhesives, my bind it all stuff, cutting tools, and some tape. Up here is just my fabric and my cutting things. And then I've got chipboard, inks, embellishments, paints, flowers, and stamps. And see, there's those buckets. I just use them. I'm working on something right now, and there's little pieces to it, so I just keep them in there. And then in here are my embellishments. So I've got my ribbon bag, which is starting to burst at the seams. It's getting a little too small. But it's just a clear makeup bag, and you just punch holes in it, and you can pull the ribbons up through. So I don't know. I think I gotta think of another solution for that, or just get a bigger makeup bag. My letter, numbers, and stamps, and I've got chipboard. And I just sort them in these containers. And then my letters. The way I do that is it's just a mishmash of different styles of letters and stuff, and I just label all the compartments with the letters. And then my cross-stitch floss I use for scrapbooking now, so I just keep it in the little container with it's sorted by color. And this case by Close to My Heart is my favorite. And I got it at a convention one time and I wish I bought two. Oh, isn't that enjoyable? All the little containers. So I keep all the little buttons and things in there. And they just, you can pop them out and unscrew the caps. So that is fun. I like it. And then down here I have these fabric file boxes, and I keep all my scrap papers in there. I've got orange scraps, yellow scraps, red, pink, and then I've got green, blue, purples, browns, and creams, and then black and white. So those are all my scraps. I always keep my scraps because you never know when you just need a little piece of something. It's also good for the kids because then they don't have to get into my full-size papers and they can just play with the scrap paper. This is all my cardstock and my paper packs. I love the K & Company brand. I have a lot of those. Underneath here I have my crocodile and my tracer. I've got my sewing box, my sewing machine, and just other mishmash stuff. This bag was from the Storytellers Club, and I just keep all my Disney things in there. So I've got a lot of Disney stuff. And my Xyron, and just the containers. These are all just like memories and stuff that I've got in there. I've got these big ones here that I keep my chipboard or like all my Christmas paper and stuff. I've got my large Cricut mats there. Then down here I've got my envelopes. I've got big pockets, and like that was a cruise that we went on, so I keep everything from the cruise in there. Their kids' activities, stuff from school. I just keep them in an envelope like that, and then I have it all in one spot. My die cuts and stickers, I just have them in one of these things, because I use my Cricut for the most part, so I don't use the stickers that often, but it's just nice to have them there if I do need them. And just more cardstock, and then I have more of these. These are Cropper Hopper, the little folders. So those are all my solid, not solid, but papers that haven't been cut up. And then my Cricut Cartridges. So this is where I keep those, and my Gypsy. And I'm starting to get some extra cartridges, so once I get some more and fill up a whole cubby, I'll move them around. And the secret behind how I have these stacked is a solution for other storage. It's my kids' DS cases. So I have the ones at the back standing up, and then those ones there laying flat. And I think it's a series of that and the DS boxes. It's the boxes that the machine came in. But it works well, and then that way I can see everything. I can see the like all the little labels. I don't need the titles of them necessarily to know which ones they are, but I can see all the pictures of them. And the cartridges, I can get 9 across, and they fit nicely, and you can move them. They're not in there so tight that you can't move them around. So that's how I keep my cartridges. And then up here I have just some felt and my Bind It All. Just buy one. You know you want one, so just do it. It's fun. It's enjoyable. I've made a couple little books with it. And my paints and my brushes, my sketchbooks. And then down here I have my sticker makers, which are completely out of things right now, and I need to get some more cartridges. My Gypsy box, I just didn't have the heart to throw it out. And this is where the photos are supposed to go. This is where the photos end up because I'm lazy. And then down in here I keep, when I'm cutting stuff with my Cricut, if I've cut something the wrong size or I just didn't end up using it, like letters and stuff, I just keep them all in there, and then the kids can just go crazy and play with all that and make stuff. And then here I just have magazines, portfolios, and then the kids' craft things are starting to ooze over into my space, so I have to tidy up their little area because it's getting messy. And that's about it. So that's my craft space. I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to start doing some videos. It's mostly for my sister, so I can show her some of the things I do. We don't live near each other, so that's how we're going to communicate. This is some of the stuff that I've made with the Cricut. Mickey's house and stuff. Sometimes it's just fun to, not necessarily scrapbook, but to just sit down and make some things. I will do a tutorial on how to actually make these things, because just to explain mostly to my sister, but if everyone else wants to look, they can. And I'm going to do a video of this stuff too. This and the mystery bag on the floor. A lady was selling off some of her stuff and I got a really good deal. So I'm going to videotape my haul from that. So that is my craft area. I hope you enjoy it. And I'll be doing some more videos soon. Alright, take care. Bye-bye.